Hello. This Sunday you're going to be teaching on Mark 9 verses 38 through 50. When I teach, I like to facilitate lessons with lots of conversation. So the study guide that you received or will receive will have lots of pauses for people to talk. So you'll want to be prepared for that as teachers to make sure that conversation is facilitated well and that everybody gets a chance to share. Mark 9, 38 through 50, in my opinion, is full of lots of violent language. So I chose to work from the bottom up, start with the good stuff with the salt, and then hit the hard part of cutting off body parts later. Jesus gives 4 different commands, and the first one is to live at peace with other people. We're going to look at peace as shalom, a fuller aspect of peace. The second command that Jesus gives is to have the qualities of salt. And I think this scripture is so well known that I've taken a different perspective on salt. We're looking at salt as a covenant relationship as it's been found in the Old Testament. And I believe that's how the disciples would have heard these words of Jesus. So we're going to think of salt as being a covenant or a promise relationship between God and people. The only way people can have true shalom is by having true relationship with God. In order to have that true salt covenant relationship with God, we need to look at what's blocking that relationship. So we're looking at salt blocks, and Jesus calls the disciples to look at sin or things that block our relationship with God and get rid of them. And that's the strong language that Jesus uses. I encourage you to have your Sunday school class identify both aspects of our personal lives that might interfere with relationship with God, but also aspects of our community life, our congregational life, and our national life. You can go global if you want to. Think of sin as separation of relationship with God on a personal level and also at a corporate level. Then also the idea that when you are when you're having a block with the relationship with God, one of the salt blocks might require personal sacrifice. And how does it feel to give up something that you might really like in order to have a better relationship with God, or in order to help another person have a better relationship with God? The final command that Jesus says is to not stop them. Jesus is talking about a person who is also performing miracles in his name or casting out demons in his name. And the disciples criticize him because he's not one of them. So I encourage you to think about how we as Christians view each other and might criticize each other for having different ways of worshiping the same Messiah, because that can be a salt block for our mission. Ultimately, we want to overcome the salt blocks in relationships with each other so that we can encourage shalom in our congregations and in the world around us.